wanted this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy.
Yo, what is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this lovely Monday afternoon? Yes, you've read the title correctly. Yes, we just got confirmation here, probably about 30 minutes to 40 minutes ago, that Darius Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Robinson is back. Let me go ahead and give a shout out here to Tyler Drake of Arizona Sports coming up clutch here. Now, I'm usually really good in listening in to Jonathan Gannon speak here on the Birds and Gambo show. I was distracted. I was doing something else here and I completely missed. But man, here we go. Tyler Drake comes out with a tweet. Very clutch tweet. Says this: Arizona Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon confirms on Birds and Gambo that rookie defensive lineman Darius Robinson has been activated off of IR. Fire emojis in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in business. Let's go. All right, let's keep this going. The head coach added the team is going to take it day by day with the first rounder. All right, so now we talked about this a little earlier, right? We talked about this a little earlier with the thoughts of, okay, we knew that this news was going to come down here this week, right? I thought it was going to come on Wednesday because that's usually when he goes ahead and announces it. Now, I did listen in on the press conference here from Jonathan Gannon, and he didn't say anything. Nothing. Just tight-lipped, didn't mention it. I don't think anybody even asked about Darius Robinson because I think everybody was under the understanding that it probably wasn't going to come out until Wednesday. And then, obviously, coming in clutch here with Burns and Gambo, they end up asking him straight up, hey, is he going to come off of IR? And it does seem to be the case that, yes, he's going to be removed off of IR. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. This needed to happen, right? Whether he's going to be playing a small amount of reps or a big amount of reps, this was always going to be a thing. Like, they needed to make a decision this Wednesday or not, right? Now, it's very unfortunate that he went through an injury. Very unfortunate that, his mother ended up passing away. Just all these circumstances that ended up happening, very all unfortunate, right? But the Cardinals needed to make a decision. And now that we got the confirmation per Jonathan Gannon, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals on Burns and Gambo, yeah, he's coming back. They're going to activate him off of the IR, and he's going to be elevated to the 53-man roster. Now, what does this mean for this Arizona Cardinals defense, right? I guess I have a question for you guys here in the chat. Do you still think the Arizona Cardinals should go after a defensive lineman? Do you think this changes anything for the Arizona Cardinals defensive line? Let me know in the chat. And for the people that are here on the YouTube side, 16 likes with over 80 people here in the chat, and we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Smack up that like button. Do it for Darius Robinson. Do it for yourself, I guess. Do it for the channel growing at a crazy amount of rate. So definitely subscribe it up and smack the like button as well. But like we were saying, question to you guys is, do you think this changes the mindset of this front office? Do you think they're going to sit back and say, okay, he's back, we don't need to go after anybody? Do you think that's the case? Do you think he's going to say, Monty's going to be like, okay, we got a first rounder, we can sit back and not do anything, we're going to sit on our hands? Do you think that's the case? Now, although I'm excited, I'm excited. I'm excited that Darius Robinson is coming back. It's been long overdue. We're going into week 9. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into week 9. Didn't this season just start like literally a week ago? Like, this season just started. I feel like we were just talking about preseason, and now we're talking about going into week 9. We're already halfway through the season, ladies and gentlemen, and the Cardinals are a 500 team with their second first-round pick coming off of IR, hopefully giving us a huge momentum boost coming through. But my question to y'all in the chat is, do you think this changes the mind of the Arizona Cardinals? Do you make a move? Do you not make a move? Do you, chat, want the Cardinals to make a move regardless of the situation of Darius Robinson? What say you? What say you? Now, I think we're all excited, right? I think we're all excited that we're going to get Darius Robinson back. We were I wouldn't say I was blown away by preseason, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen some really good intangibles here from Darius Robinson, right? Just the power, the freak of nature, and what type of monster he is on the defensive line. Because to put it into perspective, this guy's a big man. He is a big man, right? Now, obviously, most likely going to be playing in the interior part, not the nose tackle, but in the interior part here of the defensive line. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to do here for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward, because I think this is a big momentum swing. It really is. It absolutely, really, really is. Now, I asked you guys, do you think this changes the mind of the Cardinals? Do you think we sit in our hands now because Darius Robinson's coming back? I'm going to go ahead and highlight a couple comments that I have here. What's up, Deas? Appreciate you, man. He says, we still make moves. So you're still on the board of the Cardinals should make moves, right? Okay. Francisco in the chat. What's up, Francisco? Aziz would be the best option. I agree. I agree. I agree. Here's the thing. This is the way my mind is going, right? And keep in mind, my mind's going like 100 miles an hour right now, right? Because obviously the excitement of seeing your first round pick and just overall, I think if you're looking for an affordable option, right? I think if you're looking for an affordable option, I think Aziz Ojulari would be the most idealistic guy for the Cardinals. Now, if you guys do not know, Aziz Ojulari, yes, is the brother of our edge number one, BJ Ojulari, still 24 years old. And if you're looking to see if you want to get a glimpse of what he looks like, guess what? Turn on Monday Night Football, because he is going to be playing today on Monday Night Football versus the Steelers. Right now, 4 sacks, 17 solo tackles, rocks the number 51 on his jersey. So if you want to get a little bit of a glimpse of who Aziz Ojulari is, 6'3", 240, 24 years old, out of Georgia, second-round pick, 50th overall, 4 sacks. I know I said that already, but I'm going to say it again. Turn on Monday Night Football and see if you can get a glimpse of what this young man can look like. I would love the idea of getting the Ojulari brothers opposite side of each other. I think that would be really, really cool. This might be the best affordable option for the Cardinals. If I'm being 110% honest with you, this might be the best affordable option for the Cardinals. Now, let me be really, really clear here. Do I want to get Max Crosby? Of course I do. Would I want to get, Myles Garrett? Of course I do. Of course, right? I don't think there's anybody out there that's going to of course, I would like those, but I'm talking about we know who our Cardinals organization, fam. We know who they are, right? We know who we know who this organization is run by, right? And with what Monty Ossenfort has done so far, there's nothing that's going to make me lean to the fact that we're going to do something like that, right? Like bringing in a Max Crosby. Of course, that would be wonderful. Of course, that would be great, right? I just haven't seen Monty do a move like that. So I don't want to lie to myself, and I don't want to convince myself that this is going to be a realistic option. But I think if the Cardinals are really soul-searching themselves and looking amongst, teams that are struggling right now, you got to look at the New York Giants, right? And Aziz Ojulari can potentially be a very, very good pickup for the Cardinals. Still young. Of course I want Max Crosby. Of course I want Myles Garrett. It's just I don't know if it's feasible for this organization. I don't want to sell you guys on hype, right? I don't want to put you guys through hype. But Aziz Ojulari should be very, very interesting. So my question to y'all in the chat, do you think the Cardinals should still go after somebody, or do you think this changes the mind of this Arizona Cardinals organization saying, we don't need to do anything, we're good, we're bringing in Darius back? I don't know. To me, I'm a little kind of back and forth. I know what I would do if I was Monty Ossenfort. Obviously, I'm not Monty Ossenfort, but I know what I would do. I would still potentially go after an edge rusher. Like, I still would. Because although we know Darius Robinson has the potential to play on the outside, right? We've heard Darius Robinson say in training camp that he's being used everywhere on the line except for the nose tackle position. Right? We know that can be a potential for the Cardinals. But here's the thing. This is the situation that we're landing ourselves in right now. If we can actually get an X factor, or maybe not even an X factor, right? A guy that's going to be able to get you consistent pressure and actually bring in an opposing quarterback down, I feel like the Cardinals should. I really do. Like, we're 4-4. We're 4-4 in the we're 4-4 in the season right now. 2-0 in the division. This is open. I really want to hear from Monty Ossenfort. I really want to hear how he feels about the Cardinals right now. how he feels about the Cardinals right now in the stance of the Cardinals and in the standings right now. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that the Cardinals are going to be 4-4 right now? So I don't know. To me, I'm kind of going a little back and forth, right? I'm like, this shouldn't dissuade them, but I kind of know I kind of know this organization, right? So I'm kind of like going back and forth where I'm like, the cheapness of Michael Bidwell, what I really want the Cardinals to do, and then it brings me back down here, and I'm just like, I hope it doesn't dissuade them. I hope the Cardinals don't lean on Darius Robinson as our savior, right? Or I guess technically we did that to Marvin Harrison Jr. So I guess why not to another first round pick, right? Now thinking of it that way, I mean, we kind of did that to Marvin. I mean, you're our wide receiver one, man. Come and save the day. I guess why wouldn't we do that to Darius Robinson too? I hope that's not the case. I hope that this front office is looking at the totality of this season, right? And where we are at right now, and provide some sort of help. I know people are just joining in right now. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yes, to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of context for anybody that's just joining in right now, there was word by Jonathan Gannon, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, on the local radio station, Burns and Gambo, on Arizona Sports. Tyler Drake is one of obviously the insiders for the Arizona Cardinals, and he ends up putting this tweet out. He says, Arizona Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon confirms on Burns and Gambo that rookie defensive line Darius Robinson has been activated off of IR. The head coach added the team is going to take it day by day with the first rounder. So for the new people that are just joining in right now, this is what we're talking about right here. Darius Robinson has been activated off of IR per Jonathan Gannon. Now, I did see a couple tweets that there was a transaction that happened within the transaction report of the Arizona Cardinals. This is probably what they're setting up for right here. That's probably what they're setting up for, right? Bringing Darius Robinson back up and seeing what he can do for the Arizona Cardinals defensive line. That's probably what they're setting up for. So, chat, what are your thoughts? What say you? How do you guys feel about this? Obviously, a lot of excitement here amongst Cardinal fans. Do I still want them to make a move? Of course I do. It's me. You're talking to. Of course I want them to still make a move. It does frustrate me that the Chiefs are making moves left and right. It's frustrating, right? It's frustrating that the Chiefs make moves left and right. Although I think they're the only undefeated team left in the NFL, and they're just not complacent with what's going on. They know that there is some needs on that roster, and they are doing anything in their power to fill those needs up. And it's unfortunate that we got Monty Ossenfort right now. And here's the thing. We don't know if he's making calls, right? So I don't want to put too much on him saying, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, right? Like, he might be making calls, but like maybe this, maybe they're just not coming to an agreement. Maybe he is making calls. But like, you can't sit here and tell me that Josh Uche, that just went to the Kansas City Chiefs, he went for a 2026 sixth-round pick. Not 2025, 2026 sixth-round pick, Josh Uche out of the Patriots. He just went to the Chiefs for a 2026 sixth-round pick. So you can't sit here and tell me, we might not be agreeing on a specific, compensation. Like, that's cheap, y'all. Like, we're not talking about a third-round pick. We're talking about a sixth-round pick, ladies and gentlemen. Like, let's make some moves. Let's do something, right? Let's tell this team that we believe in them. Let's do that. Deus in the chat. What's up, Deus? Appreciate the contribution with the $2 donation. Thank you so very much. He says, need BJ sub and one more good run stuffer. Let's effing go. So you need a sub for BJ Ojolari and one more good run stuffer. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We still technically have Bilal Nichols under contract for 2 years. We still have Justin Jones under contract for 2 years, right? We still have those two guys under contract for 2 years, right? So in 2025, they should be back, right? So our defensive line in the interior should be upgraded by just bringing those guys back fully healthy, right? Now, obviously, adding Darius Robinson into the mix is just going to make that interior a lot better. But you're right. I think that obviously we don't have BJ Ojolari. Dennis Gardick went down a week ago or a week ago or two, and we're just not really doing anything right now to make that push that we're all kind of waiting for, right? We're all waiting, trying to shake Monty Austin for it and say, hey, man, do something. Do something. Because, yeah, Dennis has gone down. He was arguably our best edge rusher, right? He was the best edge rusher this year. BJ was supposed to be the guy to take that next step. Unfortunately, he got hurt to start the season off. And now we're rocking with Zaven, right? Victor Dimikaji, Julian Okwara, right? We got a lot of guys that can make moves, but we haven't seen it consistently. And I think we're all kind of waiting on pins and needles right now. We're all kind of waiting on pins and needles right now. If the Cardinals do decide to make some sort of move, right? Because if that's the case, if the Cardinals make a move, then I think a lot more Cardinal fans will be back on this train, right? A lot more Cardinal fans will be back on this train. Now, I see a lot of people here in the chat. Harold Landry, I'm seeing. Now, I want to be very clear here. Titans player, right? Doesn't Monty Ossenfort have connections with the Titans, right? Yeah, that might be a potential. Harold Landry, the third, 6'2", 252, 28 years old, 4 sacks, 15 solo tackles. Hey, I'm not mad at that option either. The only difference from obviously Harold Landry and in Aziz is younger, right? Aziz is 24 right now. If I can confirm, let me just confirm here real quick. I think he's 24 years old right now. Yeah, 24. And they both got 4 sacks. So although I agree, I think it would make sense for Harold Landry too. What's his contract look like? That's the question here. Harold Landry. Because right now, Aziz is getting paid next to nothing. Like, I kid you not. Like, I think he still might be on his rookie deal. So Harold Landry right now, and he's the name everybody's talking about here in the chat. So I want to make sure that everybody's aware. Let's do this. Let me do a quick sharing of my screen here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Okay, here's the contract of Harold Landry right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so 2023. Sorry, all the ads. I have to go to over the cap. My bad. Okay. So 2023 cap hit of 10 mil. 2020, y'all, this cap hit is massive. This guy is on a massive contract. Harold Landry right now is on a massive contract. Now, granted, guaranteed salary does end in 2025 and 2026. So if there is anything you got going for you, he does not have guaranteed salary in 2025 and 2026. But this guy is owed a lot of money. Well, which I wouldn't be mad at, right? But if we take a look at Azeez Ojulari here real quick, and I'm just trying to be as, what's the word I'm trying to say? As, I don't know, more closer to maybe what the Cardinals do. And I'm obviously leaning towards the fact that we just, we're kind of cheap. You know what I mean? This is Azeez Ojulari's contract right here. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is Azeez Ojulari. And production is pretty similar, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty similar. So I don't think anybody's wrong here, but the amount of money that Azeez Ojulari is making compared to your Harold Landry, I think it's a no-brainer. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think, right? The amount of money that Harold Landry is making, which, like I said, I wouldn't mind it. And I know there is a connection between, Monty and the Titans and all of that different stuff, but Azeez financially makes a little more sense to me, right? Makes a little bit more sense to you. What say you guys in the chat? So that's an option, right? That's an option potentially. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money there. Yeah, Myles Garrett, yeah, he's definitely upwards of 25 plus for sure. So Max Crosby, I think, is around that as well. So here's the thing. The Cardinals do have a lot of money next year too. That's the truth. That's factual. The Cardinals do have a lot of money next year as well. So it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, they're not going to be able to afford them. You know, quite the contrary, right? Yeah, I think the Cardinals can make an adjustment if they choose to do so, right? If they choose, they can. They can't afford them. But I'm just looking at it in a. It would make more sense for an Aziz, 24 years old, getting paid less than $1 million. He's got 4 sacks. Harold Landry's got 4 sacks. I mean, wouldn't you rather save the $24 million and try to maybe pay this young kid something? It's not going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I don't know. Just my 2 cents. I'm not mad at either. Honestly, I'm not mad at either. I think anything could work out here for the Cardinals. I really do. Super chat coming our way. Tribe 7 even. What's up, Tribe? Thank you so very much for the super chat, my guy. Says this, during the season of Watch Marvin Harrison Jr., he's a lot like Michael Thomas of the Saints with using routes running to win. So you're saying comparable to Michael Thomas? Well, when Michael Thomas was in his prime, I don't mind that, right? When he was playing with Drew Brees, I don't mind that one bit. The whole Michael Thomas situation of how his career kind of unfolded with the, I don't know, being hurt, all this different stuff. I don't like the way his season or his career ended with the Saints. I can see where you're coming from. I just hope that's not the future for Marvin Harrison Jr. Because obviously, when we see Marvin, we're thinking of hopefully longevity, and we're talking about potentially Hall of Famer type of guy, right? Just like we see Larry Fitzgerald. Is that a little too much to put on him? Yeah, it is. It is. But, it's just kind of expectations when you're the 4th overall pick in the NFL draft. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that comparison one bit. I'm not mad. I don't think so personally, but appreciate the super chat. Okay. Okay, so we talked about Harold Landry, talked about Azeez Ojulari. One other guy I want to mention, and if you guys haven't watched my latest video, I think I called it the biggest needs. I think that's what I called it for the Cardinals. Sorry, this graphics here, it's graphics tripping. 1 second. 1 second. Graphics here are tripping. 1 sec. What is going on here with this graphic? Oh, right. This is freaking me out too. Okay, let's get out of this. Here we go. Okay. Let's talk about that. I don't know what was going on. I got to fix that graphic. I don't know what the heck was happening. Okay. Okay, another guy I want to mention real quick before I let you go. Obviously, the big breaking news that we wanted to dive into here, and which we already talked about, I think a lot of us are really, really excited about it, is obviously Jonathan Gannon confirming on Burns and Gambo that Darius Robinson is going to be activated off the IR. Another guy I want to mention, and he's an older guy, so bear with me here. Older guy, but Zadarius Smith. What are y'all thoughts on Zadarius Smith? Now, had a really good career with the Packers. Really good career with the Packers. He's up there and he's 32. I know he's up there. I know he's old. I get it. But right now, his stats stand as 5 sacks, 14 solo tackles. Let's look at his contract real quick. I think he actually is going to get, let me see where he's at actually before I even say anything. Okay, so Zadarius Smith right now. So in 2025, he's got no guaranteed salary in 2025. He's got voided out years in 2026, 2027, and 2028. The cap hit, it doesn't exceed $15 million. Now, granted, he's 32 years old. That's another guy I potentially want the Cardinals to potentially look at, right? Now, will the Cardinals do it? I don't know. I mean, they didn't even go after Matthew Judon for Pete's sake, right? So it's one of those things where, can the Cardinals do it? Of course they can, right? Will they? That's another question, right? I don't know. Here we go. We got Francisco says Smith is good for a rental. And that's the thing, right? Here, I don't know why I took this off my screen, but let me go and bring this back up here real quick. Check this out. Peep this here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're looking at the contract here of Darius Smith. Obviously, this is his stats for the year. 32 years old, 6'4", 270. Good player. But look at his contract here real quick. Ads, get away. Here we go. 32 years old. Look at the guaranteed salary is only in 2024. He's got a zero guaranteed salary. He's got a lot of voided out years in 2026, 2027, and 2028. It most likely is because of the age, but this man is still producing. Like, he's still producing right now. In 2026, the cap hit does look pretty massive. 2025, it's pretty big too. But like I said, there might be one of those things where if unfortunately there is an injury that happens, Cardinals need to make some sort of decision there, right? So that's another name. But yeah, it's more of a rental more than anything. Just thoughts. Overall thoughts. If it makes sense, they won't do it. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. If it makes sense, they won't do it. I like that. Okay. Max probably won't happen, but I can dream. Yeah, Max Crosby would be the dream. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, imagine everybody in the NFC West shaking their boots, right? Shaking in their boots if Max Crosby comes to the Cardinals. Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, man, people will be shaking in their boots in the NFC West if the Cardinals did something like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to get too excited with the idea that the Cardinals are going to do something like that when I haven't seen Monty do it yet, right? Things can change. I know we got a lot of money, especially if we don't use up the money that we have, right now. We got a lot more money next year, but I mean, you're there. The division's there. The division's there. I mean, what more are we waiting for, right? What more are we waiting for right now? Kyler's proven that he's getting better and better. I guess we need to see a little bit more consistency. Sure, right? Sure. I guess we can see a little bit more consistency. That's fine. But I mean, like, we're 4-4. When we started off this season with the freaking gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen, we started off this season with a gauntlet of a schedule. And that's not an excuse. That isn't, right? Because, like I said, I only give one moral victory, and that was the Bills. Only moral victory I'm giving. But, I mean, with where this Cardinals organization is right now, I mean, you can't deny that the Bills are a potential Super Bowl team. The Lions are a potential deep playoff, maybe Super Bowl team, right? The Commanders are constantly winning. I think they're 6-2 now, if I'm not mistaken. Like, the teams that we lost to, the Green Bay Packers is another team that we lost to that is humming along, right? Like, we're beating teams that we need to beat, right? And we're 4-4. It's a little bit of a break right here in the schedule. We got to take care of business, obviously. But, hey, anything's on the table right now. Anything's on the table. We just need to use as much money as we can this year, even if it's not on new players. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not saying spend all $19 million. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I do want them to make a move. Like I said, I mean, if it's Harold Landry, okay, cool. I'm cool with it, right? Anybody can help us if they come on to the Cardinals. I feel like it would be an upgrade to our edge core. To me, I think the more financially makes sense guy is Aziz, right? You pair him up with the brother, Aziz and BJ. Next year, got the Aziz or the Ojulari brothers, right? Coming off the edge. I feel like that would be the most realistic way, especially the way that Monty is maneuvering these things in these last couple of years. Of course I want Max Crosby. Of course I want Myles Garrett. Do I think it's attainable? Probably not. Right? Probably not. But like my guy in the chat says, we can dream, right? We can dream. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on. If you guys do not know, for the new people that are just chiming in here, do me a huge favor, smack up the like button. Let's see if we can hit 80 likes. We're at 65 right now with over 140 people here in the YouTube chat. Appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. Smack that like button. And for the new people that are just joining in here, we are going to be closing up shop, but this is what we're talking about. Arizona Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon confirms on Burns and Gamble that defensive lineman rookie Darius Robinson has been activated off of IR. So, we are going to see him soon, right? Soon. Maybe this week. Maybe he's going to be taking down Caleb Williams. Maybe that might be what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. But anytime is a good time here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, y'all. I'm going to close up shop. Thank you so very much, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Monday. Let me give another shout out here to BetUS. If you're looking for a brand new sports book, BetUS is the way to go. Currently, right now, if you use promo code YouTube150, they will provide you with a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% sign-up bonus on the next two. Using promo code YouTube150 upon signing up will get you this great offer. Thank you so very much, everybody, for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cardinals.